Mom,
Yeah.
what would you do if I got kidnapped?
I'll send them a thank you message.
You wouldn't do anything to get me back?
No, and I'll send them another message if they can take your youngest sister.
He tired, y'all.
So everybody keeps asking me, Steven, why are you single? Or how are you single? The answer's simple. Dating in this era, it sucks. It sucks. Nobody's emotionally available. Every dating profile I come across, what do I read every time? It's I'm independent and I don't need a man. And it shouldn't be that way. Why is it that way? Because every guy that the women get with, they just end up on them. And then when the women do find a good man, their walls are so goddamn high that the good man can't break them down. And then what does a good man do? We hide.
Just took this photo on Snapchat. I don't look like that. Catfish me. Yeah.
I would always tell my friends or just guys in general that if you ever see a picture of a photo of a woman that you haven't seen before in real life, don't ever trip or get too enticed by that photo, because at the end of the day, women know what they're doing. They know their best angle. They know their lighting. They know to put on their makeup. They know to get dressed up and fancy for the photo. They know how to filter and add all these special effects, etc., that makes them look better than they really are. So if you're ever tripping over a girl, ask yourself, do you even know what she looks like?
I'm gonna explain friend zoning from a girl's perspective. So ladies, you can let me know if I'm wrong. And for the boys, please just try to understand this if you don't already. When a girl friend zones you, it's for one of two reasons. One, she likes you, but she doesn't want it like that. It's too overwhelming. She doesn't want to lose you. Two, she doesn't like you. Whether she likes you or not, friend zoning you is not an insult. It doesn't mean she's playing you either. You're free to move on and find whoever you want, but we want to keep you around as our friend because we value that relationship over risking it to date you. And we don't want you to ghost us and stop talking to us. We want you to just be there as a friend. Don't get offended by it. Own it. She still cares about you so much.
Pass.
So I hung out with a guy this weekend, and it was late at night, and like, you know, frisky hours. And you know, I'm not that type of person that hooks up with people randomly. And I told him that I didn't want to have sex with him, and he was like, okay, cool. And we were making out, and things got a little heated, and I was like, oh, let's take this further. And he was like, no, because when you were clear-minded, you said you didn't want to have sex. So he was like, I'm not going to have sex with you. And I was like, what?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay, that's a little bit funny. That guy probably doesn't have much experience with women. Whenever I was on the dating apps, which was about 5+ years ago, anytime I saw the caption or any variation of, I don't sleep with guys on the first date, I'm not that type of girl, etc., I knew for a fact that they were an easy target. So I hit them up to say, hey, because we all know what those apps are for anyway. That being said, if a girl goes out of her way to say that to you, there's probably a good chance that you're going to get the box tonight. So see that as a good thing and don't give a negative reaction just because she says, I don't do that on the first date. Because it probably just means that you're in. Now, there have been a few exceptions to that, I will admit, but more often than not, I would say it's above 90%. When a girl has to go out of their way to say they're not sleeping with you on the first night or in general, she probably does. But always back off if she says no.
One time my best friend and I went to an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Turns out you had to pay extra for what you couldn't finish. It was expensive as and we didn't know. This just put 6 chicken wings in her pocket. Who am I to judge? I have a whole sushi
That's
roll
just
in
weird,
my bra.
man.
I don't even know what I originally came here to say because I'm so distracted by this mustache and how good I look. What the f?
So on this episode of Mini Shit, I got a little story for you children. I live with my best friend, which I would highly recommend doing, and our favorite nighttime activity is swiping through dating apps together. But when I tell you my friend came across this Yes, man. She said that he was super sweet, offering to bake her bread, so I said, hey, can I match with him too? And she said, sure, why not? When I matched with him, he did a complete 180, became textbook F-boy with me, literally purple devil emoji, like, ah ha ha, does that mean I get to get some on our first date? What? He starts copying and pasting the exact same text to me and my best friend, not knowing that we're literally sitting on the same couch. And I go, wow, would you say this to all the girls? And he said, no, babe, just you. Just out of curiosity to see what his personality is really like, we scheduled dates on the exact same day. Different times, but same day. Tell me why he only gave 30 minutes to my best friend when she's the best person I've ever met and she looks like this. Are you kidding me? If we weren't roommates and if she didn't know at the time I was supposed to meet with him, she would have had no idea that she only had 30 minutes with this guy. So if you're trying to pull a fast one over my best friend, you picked the wrong girl. Ghosted.
So are we going to sit here and pretend that dating apps aren't meant for primarily one thing, which is hookup? Of course, he texted you and your friend the same thing. Guys run these things like a business, especially the guys that have literally the plethora of women at their disposal. They're not putting too much effort into talking to you. The data on the apps is pretty transparent. When you look at it, you'll see that literally about 5% of men have access to the majority of women on those apps. It also doesn't help that for every one guy on those dating apps, or for every one girl, there's 100 men. So if both you and your friend, especially that you're both young, find this guy attractive, guess what? Not only did he do that to you and your friend, he probably did that to about 10 other women in the same day. It is what it is. You just have to know the game.
There are 8 million people in this city. Sounds like a lot, right? Half of them are women. So 4 million men. And then you gotta have some age limits. Let's say over 20,
keep it legal,
under 40.
Keep it sexy.
Now it's a million.
Right. We're talking about a million guys.
But half of them are married. 10% are gay. I want someone college educated, not too ugly. So
There's your boyfriend.
I wish. He's gotta be taller than me. And
Literally most women's standard.
he's gotta want kids. So
the pool's so small.
I had a date planned for tonight. I was supposed to drive to his house, which is like 20 minutes away from me. And I texted and said, hey, I'm leaving my house. I'm on my way. Have you eaten yet? And he said, yeah, I already ate. But if you stopped and picked up some food, I'd eat again. Is the bar that low that you want me to drive to you and buy you food? Like, no, clearly I'm not going. I got takeout and I came home, but like, men, do better. Do better. Like, feed your girl, drive to her, call her pretty. We don't need a lot, just a little bit of effort. A little bit of effort.
Men, stop asking women for their body count. Newsflash, what she did before she met you isn't your business. The only thing that really is your business is if she has something that's health related that can end up affecting you.
Women, please stop asking men what they do for work. Please stop asking them how much money they make. Newsflash, has nothing to do with you because you don't pay their bills. See how stupid that sounds? Of course, men are going to want to know your body count. They want to know if the cow has been milked by 100 other people. And if it has, that gives them the knowledge to walk out. If it wasn't a big deal, and if it really wasn't his business when it comes to vetting a partner, this whole body count debacle wouldn't be a thing in the first place and you wouldn't even make the TikTok. So let's stop playing, okay?
So the answer to the first part of this question is no, my boyfriend is not the one who gave me herpes. And then for the second part of this question, I have him right here so he can answer. So how do you feel about me having herpes and dating me?
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't bother me. I think what bothers me is somebody lied to her about having it and then spread it. But, you know, you're always aware there's a little bit of inherent risk, but it's worth it. And, you know, she's the best.
Don't be this guy.
It's not a problem.
All right, so there you have it.
What?
Put it in your mouth. No!
Just gotta put something in your mouth.
Yeah, I do, honey.
I want an extra wipe with my pizza, honey. I'm just...
If you have one of these and you want to keep it, listen to these 5 easy steps. Do this. And do this. Also, make sure you do this. And also do this while you're at it. And most importantly, make sure you do this.
So we're just going to pretend that men don't do these things in the first place. They don't have to be married to do basic household chores. Now, most couples are in a 50-50 egalitarian relationship in the first place. So typically both parties are making money and pulling their weight. On the flip side, if you're in a traditional role, that's what the woman should be doing. You can get mad all you want, but that's traditional gender roles. So if you're the one bringing all the bacon to the household, then yeah, she needs to be the one doing the household chores. How hard is that to understand? Anyway, guys, until next video.